Hello, everyone. So I'm saying the Nigerian army. So they put out a statement on on X, formerly known as Twitter, and it says Chief of Army Staff pays courtesy visit to Sultan of Sokoto. Okay, let me just finish reading the statement before I say anything. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Wade Shuaibu, on Friday, 26 December 2025, paid a courtesy visit to His Eminence Alhaji Mohammed Saad Abubakar, 3 CFR, the Sultan of Sokoto, at his palace in Sokoto State. The visit highlights the renewed commitment of the Nigerian Army to strengthening civil-military relations and fostering collaboration with traditional institutions in support of national unity, peace, and security. During the visit, General Shaibu reaffirmed the resolve of the Nigerian Army to work closely with community leaders to promote stability and coexistence across the country. His Eminence commended the Nigerian Army for its sacrifices and continued efforts in safeguarding lives and properties and prayed for sustained success in its constitutional responsibilities. And they put out this statement 27th of December 2025, obviously. Looking at it on the first surface, absolutely, there's nothing wrong with this statement. There's nothing wrong with the visit. But at this time, why is the Chief of Army Staff on a courtesy visit to the Sultan of Sokoto? We're talking about it's like Nigeria is at a war, as in Nigeria just had an airstrike. Another nation, US came in and did an airstrike. Yes, they said it's in collaboration with Nigeria helping us to fight terrorists. But the people here who are supposed to be the primary people fighting the terrorism, who have been fighting it and have failed to be able to defeat them, and now they're getting help from another nation coming in to fight, are busy just doing their own thing. None of them is anywhere to be found. And the chief and the military, the Nigerian army is showing us pictures of the Chief of Army Staff doing courtesy visit. You know what courtesy visit is? Courtesy visit means you don't have any problem. There's nothing going on. Like, okay, let's just go and visit and say hi to people. Let's just, there's not much going on. At this stage where Nigerians are being killed, at this stage where we're trying to fight terrorists, this is the time that you would expect the Nigerian military, with this that has happened, for them to be on renewed action against the terrorists and begin to push the terrorists away. Not the one that you're just doing as if, it's just business as usual. The so-called commander-in-chief is nowhere to be found. He's not addressing the nation on the issue. He's busy receiving people, doing courtesy visits, people coming to kiss his ring in Lagos and all of that. The National Security Advisor is at work, the same thing, holidaying and having their fun out there. The Minister of Defense is nowhere to be found, not saying anything. The people you see going around talking, we've had the Minister of Information talking, we've had the Minister of Foreign Affairs talking, we have Daniel Bwala, who doesn't even know what it is, because there's an interview that he did. He's just all over the place. Knows nothing about what is going on, but desperately trying to sound intelligent. And you could say that this time that you expect that everything we have will be geared towards going after the terrorists, putting them on, on their toes, ensuring that they are all over the place running. You're sitting down and relaxing and giving this time the time to this terrorist to go and sit back again and regroup and redo it. No one can cry more than the bereaved. And if the Nigerian government does not have the political will to do the needful, there's no how we're going to end this terrorism. And over time, we've seen it again and again, the nonchalant attitude from the Nigerian government in defeating, terrorism. Tinubu has not shown that it mattered to him. People have not been killed for him to bother to even talk, to even do the standard statement that other governments will usually do. He hasn't been bothered. It is even now that we've had voices from outside coming in. And of course, he trying to please his puppet masters, that he's not trying to look as if he's doing something, is putting one thing or the other. But you can see from the body language. Does this body language look like the body language of people who are going to go after terrorists? Does this body language look like that of people who mean business, as I say here, finally? Because no matter what, even I see some people are like, oh, they just hit empty fire. I've seen another report where they say they really got at the terrorists, places where they are. Because some of these places, we don't even know they exist there. We don't even know where they have their main cell and the things that they do. Let us even say that it's just empty land. Let us even assume, right? It's just empty land that the US went to bomb. There's really nothing. But there's something called the psychological war. Do you know what it is for the terrorists? Because one of the things you will know, no matter what, the terrorists know to stay away from US. They know, say, US people, their head no normal like that. If they want to come after you, they will come after you. The last time we saw when a terrorist they abducted a US citizen in Niger Republic, and then they came into Nigeria. In Nigeria, when they are in Nigeria is their home now. They are protected. They are endangered species that are protected. It's the rest of us that it doesn't matter how much they kill us, nobody cares. And then they brought him. US came into Nigeria, killed the terrorists, rescued their citizens. Before Nigeria, even that was when they broke the news that we knew that, they had abducted someone in Niger Republic and then brought the person into Nigeria. And then they took their citizen back. So these terrorists know to stay away from US any matter that has to do with US. So the fact that US is even now say, okay, I'm coming into this war, this is the time that you will expect Nigerian army is giving you pictures of how they are going after all terrorists all over the country. But we say, what do you have? They are showing you picture of them visiting Sultan of Sokoto, as in what? To say what? To do what? To achieve what? In this time that you're supposed to be at, there is enough time for you to go and do your courtesy visit, your whatever it is that you want, Old Boys Association, because of course the Sultan of Sokoto is also a military personnel, was a military, personnel. So it's time for you to do all of that. But this message, it doesn't send a good message. It sends a kind of message where, the terrorists will come out again and start making a mockery of the people, knowing fully well that there is no political will to get them out. It seems that there are people who are benefiting so much from the terrorism that they don't want the terrorism to end. Yes, of course, when they're sending something, they will approve any amount of money that nobody is checking. How many of us know what is the war financing? How much is being spent? Where is it being spent? What are the equipments bought? Are they new equipments or refurbished equipments that are now said the price that we pay is even more than the new one? All of these are ways people are enriching themselves. But we as a nation, we are just sitting down here like sitting dog. Honestly, I will repeat it again. I don't see at this stage, at this critical state that we are in this war against terrorism, for the Nigerian army to be going to go and do courtesy visit shows more than ever that they are not ready to defeat terrorism in Nigeria. Thank you so much for watching.